Continuing now on the subject of excellence. Time to talk about the New York Jets.
Turn the lights down. Got to get dark in here.
It's dark. It's time for the darkness. New York Jets just played this weekend. Played a good Arizona Cardinal team. I mean, like, they're just above 500 when the game started. I think they were 5-4, the Cardinals. So not bad. 31-6. And again, kind of like the Dallas game, this game was not as close as 31-6 sounds. They got absolutely destroyed. I mean, they got bent over without lube and didn't even get bought dinner first. It was a violating experience watching that game. And here's the thing. I think it is time to call it out. The problem they tried to tell us was Robert Salah. Want to remind everybody, under Robert Salah, they were 2-3, one game out of first place in the division. They had a top 2 defensive team in the league. Since Robert Salah has left, they're 1-4. Their defense has plummeted. They're now a joke. Their defense is a total joke now. And I think it's just time to call what? They said Michael Williams is the problem. Oh, he's running wrong routes. Michael Williams did not run the wrong route, okay? Aaron Rodgers just threw a bad ball. Why are people still afraid to say the problem is Aaron Rodgers? I was saying earlier this season that Aaron Rodgers is now, at best, a mid-tier NFL quarterback. Not taking away, he's an absolute Hall of Famer. He's one of the all-time greats. I'm not taking any of that away. But right now, I said he's a mid-tier quarterback. I'm going to stand here now and tell you I was wrong. He is a bottom-tier quarterback.
Here we go.
He's just not good anymore. I was watching the bunch of that game. He was slow. He was completely indecisive. He was going down through his checkdowns like hard, sometimes not at all. I mean, he used to be able to look off defensive backs like crazy, just the way he would look or receive. He would be able to move 7 years ago the backs like chess pieces with his eyes. He would be able to make defensive players go wherever he wanted to go. And that's why when people used to watch footage of Aaron Rodgers, they go like, how come his receivers are always so wide open? Well, number one, he had good receivers, yes, who were able to run good routes, but also because Aaron Rodgers could make the defense do whatever he wanted them to do. It was beautiful. He doesn't do that anymore. His feet can't move. His throws are off target. He's got no command of the offense. I think he threw for like 43 yards in the first half. They put up 6 points and got completely shut out in the second half. Oh, well, we got to get this guy back. Well, that guy came back. Oh, we got to get another receiver. Well, we went on and got Davante Adams. Guess what? None of it works. Why? Because the main problem is still there. Aaron Rodgers sucks. He does.
I already said something bad about Mike McCarthy too, John.
Yes, I did like Mike McCarthy very much. But and I'm talking today, not 3 years ago, 5 years. I'm talking today. Aaron Rodgers sucks. He's not a higher level NFL quarterback anymore. And then when they brought in Davante Adams, I said it's a good move, but I said at best it'll make them marginally better. And everybody said I was crazy. I think he caught like 31 yards yesterday. Everybody said I was crazy. I said, guys, you're thinking about 2021 Davante Adams. Not post-hamstring injury, approaching 32nd birthday. It's going to make him, he's not the same player he was 3 years ago. And he's made hardly, I might have been wrong about saying he'd make a marginal improvement because they haven't improved. They're terrible.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how much more it's going to take. And once again, Aaron Rodgers extended his streak, guys. I think he's now at like 32 games in a row without throwing a 300-yard game, which is the longest streak in the NFL.
Hell of a spiral there.
Hell of a spiral.
Hell of a ball he
Whenever
throws.
it does go.
Wherever it goes.
It's still real nice.
It's a beautiful spiral. And I'm sorry, like, what more do people need? Like, I want to bring up the stats on this game. I just want to look at his numbers here. So, box score.
It's going to be so hard to get him on this show now.
Yeah. It's going to be so hard.
It's going to be so hard.
How does McAfee get him every week?
Come on the show. We'll treat you fairly. But it's going to be nice for you.
He threw 22 of 35 for 151 yards,
No
averaging
interceptions.
4.3 yards. No interceptions.
No
No, but he lost a fumble on a goal line offensive stand. So
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
he needs
that
to
was
play,
Michael Williams' fault.
Maybe
Michael,
he needs to play the Cowboys
oh
because of the sun.
yeah.
Shine up on that darkness, baby. Come on. That will turn it around. Run the table. Come on, Jets.
let's go.
Some people believe in you.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Those numbers are rough.
All right. Okay. But here's the funny thing. The New York Jets right now what is their record right now? Their record right now is what? 2 and
3-7.
it's 3-7. That's right. Because they had 2 wins prior to firing their coach. Okay. Now they just they didn't look great doing it, but they had not a bad win against Houston last week. That's fine. Look, their upcoming schedule is the Indianapolis Colts next. That's a winnable game, even for the horrible Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Then a bye week.
They're gonna
Then-
lose that one.
Then
They lose the bye.
the bye week.
Yeah.
Then after the bye week, they got a winnable game, not an automatic, but a winnable game against Seattle.
You gotta
Then-
remember they lost to the Patriots.
Yes.
So
Yep.
none of
Yeah.
these games are
I'm not saying
Winnable
lock.
to
I'm
me.
saying winnable.
yeah.
Miami looks much better since Tua came back.
Yeah.
But the next game is against Miami, and they've looked better, but they still haven't won since Tua's come back. So that's a winnable game. Then they got to play Jacksonville. That's a winnable game. Listen, I'm just saying it's not outside of the realm of possibility that going into week 16 when they play the Los Angeles Rams, they could be a 7-7 team. They won't be. But I mean, they could be better than 7-3. I mean, that's kind of now. Then they got the Rams, who are looking really good right now. Then they got Buffalo. That's an automatic loss, and then they've got Miami again.
Yeah.
So I think even in the ideal situation, the playoffs are out of the question. They could finish close to 500. We don't know. Anyway, Ryan,
Yeah.
what's the problem with the New York Jets right
I think
now?
you're too harsh on Aaron Rodgers, John. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm leaning more towards what you're saying now. I gave him the benefit of doubt. This is his first year back from the injury. It's going to take time to mesh and all that stuff. He's never played with
his
these guys.
leg exploded last year, John.
Yeah, it's-
Give him a break.
Yeah,
but-
and if he looked half decent
Yeah.
the year before that in his last year
Yeah,
in Green
all
Bay,
right.
which
Go
he
on,
did not.
go on, Ryan.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
I honestly I don't think he cares. I mean, I guess he
You're
cares.
100% right. Look at his face. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he-
care.
He like no emotion, like there's no passion. I mean, he's never been a super vocal guy on the field, but when he talks and stuff, like he said, like we're not going to be anybody scoring 6 points. Well, no shit. What do you? Of course. What kind of a
Wow.
quote is that? Like
He learned that in the
the
darkness.
other week, he said we got to score 30 points.
Yeah.
So now it's just we got to do more than 6. So 7's enough. Like,
But just
I
for the
don't-
record, had they scored 30 points, they still would have lost.
Yeah.
Just want to mention
And
that.
I don't want to also I don't want to take away from the Cardinals. Like they're improving. They're leading the NFC.
They're
West.
on the upswing.
They're leading.
They're
NFC West.
6-4 now.
Yeah, Kyler Murray had a really good game. He threw for a touchdown, ran 2 touchdowns. So I don't want to say just the Jets suck. I mean they do, but the Cardinals actually played really well too. But yeah, I just think nothing's going to change. I don't think they're going to go away from Rodgers unless he gets hurt for some reason. But I don't see
Once
them.
he gets hurt for some reason.
Yeah, like I mean, he's getting hit a lot. He's not young. He's 40 years old. He can't move, so he's gonna get hit.
So, who's the better 6-point team this week? The Jets or the Cowboys?
You know what?
I don't
Don't
know.
laugh. I
Probably
was
the
actually
Cowboys.
thinking about that question earlier today. I thought if the Jets played the Cowboys,
Which they need
Next
to do. I
week.
told you.
number one, who would I be cheering for?
The get right game.
But who wins that game? I'll say this. I think the Cowboys win that game because I will take Cooper Rush over Aaron Rodgers right now.
Goodness gracious.
Well, the thing with the Cowboys is they don't even have a running game either. So at least the Jets have a theory that they have a good running back.
But they
so,
got Ezekiel Elliott back.
Yeah,
What
but
could go wrong?
They cut him 2 years ago because they didn't think he was good enough. So they brought him back now, like it got better.
They
Like,
have
I
a
don't-
running game, Cowboys. Running from the post.
Okay.
Oh, running from
Yeah.
the sun. No, you're right, John. Like they're going to go as far as Rodgers takes them, and unfortunately, he doesn't give a shit about taking him anywhere. Apparently, so
Oh,
I don't know.
and the gift that is the New York Jets just keeps on giving. Guys,
Yeah,
question is for you. What do you think about this? What's the problem with the New York Jets? Whatever you guys think. Am I being too harsh on Aaron Rodgers? I don't think the numbers say I am, but I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments below and let us know your thoughts.